We are the Dwarves.
Hej, siemanko, witam was wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gry The Dwarves, gdzie w tym odcinku ruszamy do krainy pierwszych. A co ciekawsze i co fajniejsze, aktualnie gram na wersji już oficjalnej, nie jest to wersja beta, w którą grałem dotychczas, bo w tym momencie jakbyśmy zaczęli misję, to by była cutscenka i napisano by nam na koniec tej cutscenki takim fajnym komunikatem, że wszystko co dobre w końcu musi się kończyć, wersja beta, bla bla bla, zapraszamy do oficjalnej premiery, bla 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 i dziękujemy, czekamy cię do tam któregoś dnia. A premiera już była i w tym momencie możemy ruszyć do murów twierdzy pierwszych.
You finally arrive at the entrance to a valley that curves its way towards Ironhold, the firstling stronghold.
Żelaznej hałdy. Stronghold, hałda. Brzmi ciekawie.
My Vracus, what have you done it?
Oh no!
Get down!
Up there! Run! I can't maintain the spell for long!
Put him on Goimgar's shield. To the gate. Quick!
Lol. Wbiło się w jego pancerz, czy to się wbiło, nie wiem, mu w rękę? W sumie to nie jest pancerne, kurde, no jakoś mocno się to nie przebiło, tak przynajmniej da się zauważyć.
As you approach the first gate, you see guards on the battlements. You call as you run.
By Vracus, we are dwarves of the kingdoms of the secondlings and the fourthlings. Open the gate!
Their leader gives orders that you cannot
There's
hear.
what?
But moments later, the gate opens up for you.
Report back! Man the walls and the defences!
The guards follow the orders immediately.
Who are you that lead the ELFAR to our door?
How dare you speak to us like that? Dwarf who seems to have no name?
Boindil steps forward before you can stop him.
I am Boindil Doubleblade, a child of the smith of Burrowing folk. And that is my brother Boendal, who needs a healer immediately.
The commander pulls down his scarf, and his face leaves you speechless.
Only a dwarf could make such a fuss. Balander Steelfinger. I protect the main gate of the firstlings, therefore it is my duty to regard all guests precisely before I invite them in.
But you were a woman.
You have a keen eye, Boindil Doubleblade.
The tender features and soft fluff leave no room for doubt. A female dwarf is the commander of the guard. She gives orders for the injured Boendal to be taken care of. 4 dwarves pick him up on his shield, and Boindil follows them.
Stay with your brother. I will bring the rest of you to Queen Zamtis, where you can explain what you're doing here.
Czyli pierwsze to są kobiety! Ona? Królowa? To same krasnoludzice? Krasnoludki? O man! Ale to zajebiście wygląda. Ja chcę taki młot! O! Oni mają grzyby! Grzyby halucyny! I jeszcze tu każdy może przyjść sobie na ławce zażyć grzyba. O kurde! Wy krasnoludy pojeby! Zajebiście to jest. Złapią za rękę. Taka romantyczna scena. O! Ale wygląda to lepiej niż Królestwo Czwartych.
Come closer. and be welcome to the kingdom of the firstlings.
I am Thungdil Goldhand of the Fourthling Kingdom.
You introduce your companions one by one, not forgetting to mention the twins and the Mager too. You then explain the reason for your visit. You report on the advance of the Perish land, the death of the Magi, and the dispute about the next High King. The dark brown eyes of the Queen fix on you for a moment before she speaks.
What you report sounds very serious, Thungdil. You can be sure of the support of the firstlings. How may we assist you?
Ruszamy do piątych w górach. Nie, no stwierdziliśmy, że potrzebujemy tutaj.
There is only one way to defeat Nodon. Keenfire. To forge it, we need the best smith your kingdom has to offer. Help us, and thus help your kingdom, my queen.
The Queen considers, then nods.
So be it. Could there ever be a better time to revive the old commonality of the kingdoms? Balandis here is not only my best warrior, she is also my best smith. She will accompany you.
Your eyes fall upon Balandis, and you notice the blood rushing to your cheeks.
I will do my best. You can trust in my axe and my hammer.
No.
We
Ruszajmy
must
do piątych.
continue on our journey to the Fifthlings in the Grey Range.
Then I will show you the entrance to the tunnels. You will be in the Perish land within a few orbits.
You know the tunnels, but still the Firstlings live in seclusion.
Our isolation was self-imposed. My mother knew that the other kingdoms would not simply accept her as the queen. She wanted to give them time to get used to it.
Your Highness, in the name of the Council of the Kingdoms, I request that you send a delegation to the Blue Range to take part in the discussions. We all have a common enemy.
There has never been any enmity between my kingdom and the others. It was more neglected friendship and habit that has made us strangers to one another. As soon as you set off for the Grey Range, we will head east to see our brothers and sisters again. I will have rooms prepared for you and your companions so that you can rest. It has been some time since we have had guests, but we still know what hospitality means. Come to me when you are ready to depart.
Oh yeah. Zajebiście. Kurde, jak tam jest pięknie. Ja już widzę tutaj romans. Czy ja mogę się cofnąć? Jo, mogę tam iść. Yeah. Rozmawiałem z Balandis. Hello.
Hello.
What is it, Thungdil?
Czy jej się nie zmienił głos?
It would seem that a lot of important positions are occupied by female dwarves in the Firstling Kingdom.
Is it not common where you come from that men and women share the duties?
Of course. Among the humans and the secondlings, the women help out in the house so that the men have time for their duties. That's how it is written in the books too.
Here, posts are assigned according to the skills of the applicant, not gender. It's only natural that the most important posts are occupied by women.
She winks at you and gives you a knowing glance, although the whole thing still befuddles you.
No jeszcze, wiesz, tak buzię w ciupie. No maleńki. Mów mi jeszcze. Mów mi, jak to kobiety są w pracy, w domu, a robią w kuchni i mają łańcuch. Och, mów mi jeszcze. A zapomniałem, u nas tak nie ma.
What is it like living with the Firstlings? I haven't seen much yet, but many things seem to be different to life with the Secondlings in Ogre's Death.
I can't make any real comparisons either. I grew up here and have never left our kingdom. I can hardly wait to see the halls of the Fifthlings. They were the best smiths before we took on the mantle.
Don't expect too much. Their halls have been in the hands of the enemy for over 1,000 cycles.
I read that the orcs avoid the stronghold, as if there were a curse on it.
Even reading doesn't seem to be frowned upon among the Firstlings. You feel at home here. But that isn't only down to the books.
See you later.
A ty złoczuszko, Thungdil. Kurde, no wiesz już co tutaj, jak cholewki smażyć, tak. O! Podejdź do grzyba. Grzybki halące. No. Pychoty. Jak tu jest fajnie. A ten co, downa dostał?
Ah, Thungdil. I was wondering when you would pay me a visit.
I thank you, and Jeroen, you appeared at the right moment. May I, ask why?
It was down to you. Your speech about the responsibility I owe to my realm. Lot Yonan was a good teacher.
Her face darkens when she thinks of her old companion.
There are 100 reasons that Nodon deserves to die. That is why I went back to the Secondlings and took another look through the books. I discovered a passage that said Keenfire can only take its effect against evil when it is wielded by a foe of the Undergrounders.
A foe of the Undergrounders. It's going to be difficult to persuade Nork to help us.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I think I might have an answer to the problem. The ELFAR are also your foes, aren't they?
What the...
Half human, half elf. My mother bequeathed me her gifts and her weapons. I got very little from my father, but his eyes are an advantage.
Mam pewność co do wzmianki dotyczącej wrogów podziemnych, okej?
And you're sure that only a foe of the Undergrounders can use Keenfire?
Anyone can use it like a normal axe, but only a foe of the Undergrounders can command its magical powers. I don't know much about her, but a half-elf should pass as a foe of all dwarves.
No, była sama elfka.
Alright then. You will wield Keenfire in the battle against Nodon. But we're going to have to make it first.
No.
You said it.
The actress takes her leave with a little nod.
I tak przypadkiem to usłyszała. Jak się miewa Dierun?
How are things with Jeroen? Could you help him?
He's doing well. He should be back to full strength after some rest.
You still don't know what kind of being is hidden under the armor. But the Mager's powers seem to have done a good job.
The firstlings have offered to improve his armor, and when one of the best smiths in Girdlegard offers something like that, you should definitely take them up on it.
O.
How are you and your powers? You look a little exhausted.
I won't lie to you. It has already been too long since I was in a place where I can draw new strength. My power is trickling away like water from a leaky pipe.
Is that perhaps a way to weaken Nodon?
No, I wouldn't count on that. Even if we could keep him away from the magical realms, the being that lives within him has given him unknown powers.
O kurde.
How was Sinthras able to overcome your shield? Can ELFAR use magic?
No, certainly not. I don't know much about their people, but I think they have innate powers. Conjuring darkness, extinguishing fire, changing dreams. Little things that fill humans with fear and ensure the potency of terrifying legends about their people. Sinthras used a trick, not a spell. We killed 2 ELFAR near Sovereignstone. They had crystals on them which they had received from Nodon to protect them from the spells of the Magi. He must have used a stone like that.
Take some rest. And I hope you'll still be here at dawn.
The Mager gives you a reproachful look.
Don't worry. We'll stand by you until this expedition has reached its destination.
It feels good having the Mager and her companion at your side again.
I tak wolę fighterów. Hi, hi, hi. Dobra, to ruszajmy dalej, zobaczmy. Czy w sumie gdzieś możemy tutaj jeszcze pójść. To są jakieś baryły. Jak oni ładnie wyglądają. Podobają mi się ich zbroje. Ktoś tutaj jeszcze jest. Dobra. Halo! Opaki! Co tu można zwiedzić? Mogę tutaj zobaczyć jakieś fajne rzeczy? Ta, napierdalaj się grzybu, to będziesz widział kurwa wszystko, łącznie ze smokami. Aha. To ma sens. No, to ma dużo sensu. Kurde, ale po chuj im te grzyby. Tak się pytam. Nie no, kurde, nie widzę zbyt dużo rzeczy. Spójrz w otchłań. Lubimy patrzeć w otchłań. O, tu się woda ucina. Tam się woda ucięła. Ludzie, co tam się dzieje? Woda się tnie. Oj. Super. Chciałem przeczytać, kurwa jego mać. O, tam mogę pójść, dobrze, przynajmniej mamy jakiś punkt zaczepienia. I w spokoju będę mógł zeżreć parę żelków. A. Żelki są ponad wszystko, nawet ponad YouTube, więc wyjebane. Jeszcze tu mogę wejść.
It is simply legendary. No, it is mythical. We definitely need a large theatre so we can convey the impression of this grandeur to the spectators.
It's going to be difficult, but we'll manage it. But it will be more expensive.
It would appear you like it here.
Ha! Like it? It is fabulous! I almost feel like giving up. Not even the best of illusions could possibly imitate this. But say, what brings you to us, Thungdil?
Why didn't you say that Nomura is half-elf?
If our spectators knew, they would run away screaming. So I'm sure you'll understand that we couldn't tell a group of armed dwarves either.
You have to admit that you don't know how you would have reacted if Nomura had revealed herself in Mifodania. Fear and hatred of the ELFAR is deeply rooted.
You already know her, Thungdil. She has skills, but her lineage does not determine how she thinks and acts. She is the love of my life, and I would go crazy if I were to lose her.
Every step from here on is more dangerous than the last. Are you sure you want to continue on our journey with us?
Of course. Every story needs an end. What kind of play would it be without a third act?
There is no way I'm going to let Nomura ride into battle on her own. I will be there to assist her.
Zobaczymy.
And how is your new play coming along?
Good, very good. The band of adventurers who set off to defeat Nodon, aided by the Queen of the Dwarves from the Kingdom of the Firstlings. It's going to be a real challenge to present this story in all its greatness.
Do you already have a title?
I haven't decided for sure yet, but at the moment I'm thinking along the lines of the heroic dwarves and their loyal companions who opposed Nodon despite all the challenges to destroy him and save Girdlegard.
I must go. Rest now.
Bardzo krótka odpowiedź.
Haven't you seen? There are machines that keep the whole city alive. I must take a look.
Spoko. A ja bym tamtą opowieść nazwał Thungdil tam i z powrotem. Mniej więcej tak to już wygląda. I to jakże cudne, długie ekrany ładowania. Pijana kamera niestety nie została zmieniona, też czasami dostaje downa. Oj. Boindil.
Thungdil.
How is he?
He's lost a hell of a lot of blood.
The crazy glint in Boindil's eyes has given way to serious concern.
I'm doing fine.
Ty
You must
Wojtek.
rest, brother. Stay on your back so the wounds can heal. Fortunately, he hasn't lost his pig-headedness. As long as he has that, he'll come through.
Boindil forces a grin, but you can imagine what he's really thinking and feeling.
I thought Antikai was going to look after him. Didn't her magic help?
We don't want her help. Magic is no use. And we certainly don't want anything to do with Samerson.
You know there is no point arguing with the twins about magic. There is too much of a fine line between conviction and stubbornness. Boendal would rather die than be healed by the Maga.
We'll have to go on without him. He won't manage more than 100 paces without dropping down dead the state he's in.
No! I'll manage, Scholar. Just give me 2 orbits, then I'll be fine. It's just a scratch.
Boendal tries to stand up,
Just a
but
scratch.
he doesn't have the strength. You shake your head.
Stay here and recover, Boendal. We'll meet you again in time for the big battle against Nodon. You have done your bit.
But where one of us is, the other is too.
It is the greatest deed that has ever been carried out by our people. Oh. It would seem you are right, scholar.
We'll be separated for the first time in our lives. I will miss you by my side in battle. The first 100 runts will be for you.
You will have to protect him and the others on your own now, brother. Don't take on too much, and rein in your frenzy. You must control your anger better than you usually do. Promise me.
I promise.
Tears run down the bearded cheeks of the two twins. They have never had to part like this before.
Nie wiem czemu mnie ruszają takie sceny, właśnie takie, gdzie mamy do czynienia z więźnią braterską, z więzami rodzinnymi. Mnie zawsze ruszają takie sceny. Naprawdę nie jest to taka scena, w której miałbym zacząć ryczeć jak bubr, ale no po prostu tak w środku, w nabim czuję taką szpileczkę, która mówi, porycz się, a ja mówię tak, no dobra, ale nie dzisiaj. I tak to mniej więcej wygląda. Także strasznie lubię takie sytuacje, gdzie pokazuje się właśnie takie mocne więzi braterskie, co prawda nie jest jakoś mega mocne, bo no fakt, to jest walka o życie brata, który no, jest ciężko ranny, ale no teoretycznie wyjdzie z tego, ale mimo to, mimo tamto nie jest to jakiś wielki wyciskacz.
I'm ready to depart.
You nod and then look her solemnly in the eyes.
Once we set off, stay in the background, keep out of fights, and avoid all danger.
The female dwarf's expression darkens.
Shall we engage in a trial fight, Mr. Dwarf?
No, by Vracus. No, I know that female dwarves can fight. It's because of the axe. You're the only one who can forge it. If something happens to you, we won't be able to stop Nodon.
The face of the smith relaxes, and then a smile appears on her lips.
I can look after myself.
No to już mamy kurwa parę. No. Najgorzej. Zagrywanko! Hello, przyszedłem się ćpierdol.
Greetings, Queen Zamtis.
The queen bows her head slightly, prompting you to speak.
Please excuse me for asking, Your Highness, but how is it that a queen is sitting on the firstling throne?
The queen smiles. She has clearly been expecting the question.
It began with an argument. My father valued my mother's advice, but disputed her ability to lead the kingdom. This frustrated her, and she demanded the chance to prove the contrary. In the end, they agreed that my mother would govern the firstlings for 14 orbits. During this time, there was an attack by trolls, and my mother put them to flight with cunning and bravery. When my father demanded the throne again, she defied him, and the clans followed her. The other kingdoms were appalled and refused to receive my mother, but our kingdom saw that she was a good queen. And when she died 230 cycles ago, the people demanded that I should follow her onto the throne.
Is everything ready for our journey to the Kingdom of the Fiflings?
We have provided wagons for you and your companions. Are your preparations complete?
Tak może do piątej.
We are almost ready.
Jest coś, co muszę zrobić.
Your Highness, with your permission, I will take my leave to prepare for the journey.
Dobra. Myślałem, że on będzie coś tam sugerował. Dobra, nieważne.
Greetings, Queen Zam.
Dobra, jesteśmy gotowi. Tak, możemy wyruszyć do piątej.
Yes, we are ready.
The queen nods slowly.
Rally your companions. I will march east with my host, but don't be misled. The fate of the perished land is in your hands, not mine. May you succeed and return unhurt. Vracus be with you.
Jak zwykle trochę tekstu ucięło. Bardzo mi tego szkoda, bardzo mnie to martwi. Bo to czasami bardzo ważna kwestia jest ujmowana i całość napisów czasami może nie mieć
The
sensu.
plains of Tibetan are the most fertile in Girdlegard, and rightly give the kingdom its nickname of the breadbasket. The east of the land has been in revolt since the perished land advanced, and the peace seems to have broken in the heartland too, as a group of strangers crawl out of a hole in the ground.
Why don't we just look for a tunnel that hasn't collapsed?
And what if we don't find one? If we're overground, we at least know that there's a way, even if it's dangerous. Let's go.
O. Mamy tylu bohaterów. Ja nie lubię, jak jest za dużo bohaterów. Znaczy, to daje duże możliwości, duże wybory, ale ja tego strasznie nie lubię. Ja bym sobie chciał wybrać grupkę 4, z którymi popierdalamy cały czas. Dobra. Także bardzo dziękuję wam za oglądanie tego odcinka, mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało i do zobaczenia już w następnych, które będą, mam nadzieję, niedługo. Trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia, cześć i nie mamy praktycznie żadnego jedzenia, więc musimy iść do spichlerza. Narka.